Guidance and design options, visit foreverstonememorials.com.
Memorials that matter. Fergus Falls Monument. Memorials that matter.
This is Craig Olson. Join me every Saturday morning at 8 for the Coaches Show, presented by the Viking Cafe on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Football, basketball, soccer, hockey, volleyball, swimming, cross country. I interview area coaches to discuss the season, recap the last game, and preview upcoming games. Catch the live show at 8 on Saturday morning on News Talk 1250 KBRF and the live stream and archived shows at KBRFradio.com. Just click on Sports Streaming. The Coaches Show, presented by the Viking Cafe.
It's Morning Talk on News Talk 1250 KBRF, brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. Now, here's Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop.
Good Thursday morning. It is 10 after 9. Hoping everybody's having a great start to the day. And Mary, as we see a little bit of rain, and it's knocking that pile down pretty quickly.
Yeah, I know. So
those early times.
Okay, so what if this happens? It's when the pile is gone, regardless of what happens after that, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So when this pile is gone.
Okay. All right.
It was funny. I popped into our regional manager, Chris Hootie's office earlier today. I'm like, hey, Chris, you got like 60 seconds for me? He goes, yes. He was like thinking of something important. I'm like, no, just relax. Look out the window
important.
there.
Yeah, we just need a date.
We've been doing this game for about 20 years. And
yeah. Give us a date. That's all we need. Okay, big news. Otters with a victory last night.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Last-minute buzzer beater, as I understand it.
Last-second buzzer beater.
Last second, yeah, okay.
And it's, I felt bad I didn't listen to the game.
I didn't either. You know, we had kids over, and anyway, so I didn't get to the game, but as soon as the kids were crazy, you know, about, the Otters just won. And, of course, they know Micah Johnson well, and he's the one who sunk that last-second buzzer beater to win against Wilmer. So, way to go, Otters. Love that.
Yeah,
that's great.
That was very unexpected. I was Jason, who was doing the game, texted me to make sure the station was back on. And I'm like, wow, it's a little bit late. It's 9:30, but okay, yeah, it looks like it's back on. And then all of a sudden I was talking to Derek. He goes, hey, did you hear the Otters won? I'm like, wait, what?
I know. That's a big win for them. And so that was great. And you never know what's going to happen at tournament time, right?
And they're hosting a game Saturday. The game is in Fergus.
Okay. All right. So postseason is so much fun. They do so many fun things, getting ready for their games, too. I love the team dinners and, all that kind of stuff, the carb loads and whatever they have to do to get ready. So other games, of course, Hillcrest boys play tonight.
Yep, let me bring that up.
And they are at home, and they are against Ada Borup tonight. I believe it's a 7 o'clock tip. So this will be the first round of playoffs for our guys because they had to bye the first round. So
it's Ada Borup at Hillcrest, 6:45 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off over on Channel 977.
Okay.
Then we've got Border West at Henning over on KJ Country, and then West Central area at Hancock on Z103.
Okay, those are going to be some great games. All of those matchups are going to be good. So yeah, we've seen some good games so far this week, and I think there are more to come. And then the girls. Let's see, the girls play
6 o'clock
Friday
tomorrow on KJ.
Okay.
Up in Moorhead.
Moorhead High. So that's what we've got coming up for the next couple of days across our stations. A lot of postseason play. And, so Jason has seen some good games that he's called.
He's seen some really good games.
Yeah.
I did a lot of the games with him when we were doing video streams. And so I did a lot with Jason and a lot with Mark. And, there's been some really good basketball games.
There has been, and one of the games that I went to, and I don't even remember what town I was in because I have to think about what gym I'm sitting in. But ended up sitting right next to the table where Jason was doing the game. And, gosh, it was nice to have that play-by-play even while you're sitting watching the game. He does such a great job.
He does an excellent job,
at play-by-play. It's actually fun to watch him, too, because he is paging through pages and making marks and you know.
He's got a lot of stuff in
lot
front
of
of him.
stuff going, but I don't know how he keeps it all straight, but he sure does. And
He's a pro.
Yeah, all those guys that do play-by-play, to just keep track of just the names of our own players, much less all the names of all the other players, and as they switch on the floor and that sort of thing. So, yeah,
We got a great staff of announcers.
we do have a great staff of announcers, and all of them have been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So they're seasoned pros. So anyway, well, here it is, Thursday already again. Another week
Yeah.
flying by, and another week. We should remind everybody, get set, put a sticky note on the fridge or something that you have to spring forward on Saturday night, turn all the
Yes.
clocks ahead. I think I better get a start at that today. I got so many clocks in my house, it takes forever to do that. And then I have to, get the little step ladder and climb up. So if you're doing that, replace the battery while you're up there.
Yep.
That's what I try to do. And you mentioned the other day,
Smoke
too.
alarms
Yeah, smoke alarms.
and CO2 detectors.
Yeah, good idea to replace the batteries in those guys, too. So, oh, boy. Well, anyway, lots of things going on around the world, for sure. And isn't it interesting when, and of course, this is a super big deal with what's going on in the Middle East, but all of a sudden, the Nancy Guthrie story just got pushed to the bottom. And there really hasn't been anything new.
No, I mean,
which is so sad. I just, and I just saw a post that said Savannah Guthrie will be returning to her post on Today on NBC, I think maybe tomorrow. And first time she's been back in, 5 weeks or something like that. But anyway, yeah, we just, there comes a point where the coverage becomes not coverage anymore because there's nothing new.
there's nothing new yet.
But at the same time, I hope people, just don't forget to say their prayers for the Guthrie family. Let's see. There's been a couple of primaries going on behind the scenes of all of this, too. A state representative, James Tallarico, defeated Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Now, I don't know about you, but I will be very glad to see her go away.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this Tallarico secured the Democratic nomination for the U.S. Senate seat held by Republican John Cornyn. The Republican race now heads to a May runoff between Cornyn and Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton after neither of them reached 50%, which you have to do to go on. The runoff winner will face Tallarico in November, and I think Ken Paxton was a bit of a surprise. He's had some scandal in his background, like so many of them, I guess. But he is the Attorney General, and anyway, so we'll see how that goes. But I don't think Jasmine Crockett thought that she was going to get beat out for that.
But this is the one where they had Tallarico on Colbert, and there was some issues there, and it's kind of like the Democrats wanted her to go.
It's a little dicey, but she did have kind of a big mouth, and of course, as soon as she lost this race, she pulled the race card.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course. Widespread power failure struck western Cuba on Wednesday, cutting power to millions. Crews were dispatched to restore power, though the cause of the outage was not immediately known. It was the second major blackout to hit the region in 3 months. The island continues to face energy shortages as dwindling oil reserves strain its power grid. Let's see what else we have for you. A surge of warm air is going to push temperatures 15 to 25 degrees above normal, which is something I don't know if we've gone 25 above normal, but
we're a little above.
It's been nice for sure. And this is happening across the Midwest and the Northeast in this later part of the week. Some areas will see their highest readings since October.
Ooh, nice.
Pittsburgh could reach 76 degrees today. That's tying a 1983 record. I don't think we're going to see that. Let's see, is today March 5th?
March 5th.
Okay, so I don't know what year it was, but March 5th is my earliest round of golf.
Really?
However, all of the water hazards were yet frozen.
That's nice, because that just
It was
skips
great. It just skips off the ice. It was the best round ever.
We're going to hit 50.
Okay. And I don't think it's been as sunny as we expected it would be. It ended up being kind of cloudy and gloomy yesterday.
Yeah, a lot of fog.
Yeah, and it's starting out that way. I think we're looking for some hints of sun today, but anyway, the temperature is going to be nice and mild. The upper Midwest and Northeast may experience brief warmth with rain or showers, and in the far south, they're looking for potential downpours. Let's see what else. Oh, here's another Epstein connection. He's a paleontologist. His name is Jack Horner. Gosh, if your last name is Horner, do you name your kid Jack? Little Jack Horner sat in the corner.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, as you said, I'm so young that I didn't know that one.
Yeah. Well, I when I saw Jack Horner, that's the first thing I thought of. A former consultant on the Jurassic Park films is no longer affiliated with Chapman University after emails linked him to Jeffrey Epstein. And of course, they went public. The messages show Horner contacted a redacted recipient in 2012 about visiting Epstein's New Mexico ranch, years after Epstein's 2008 conviction for soliciting prostitution from a minor. So
The word was out, and he still
word
went.
was out, and he's like, I think I'll bail before this gets any more embarrassing. So I suppose we're going to see some of that as we go along here. Here's Mom of the Year. Christina Lynn Tsao faces multiple charges after allegedly serving alcohol to minors during a February 28th birthday party. Police responded when a parent reported their 13-year-old smelled of booze and stated she was intoxicated after attending the birthday party. Officers found another 13-year-old girl staggering and smelling of alcohol at the Tsao residence. After securing a search warrant, police discovered an 11-year-old boy unconscious in the basement with a liquor bottle nearby. Between 15 to 20 minors were tested for alcohol consumption, with 6 testing positive. Tsao became very uncooperative and had to be forced into handcuffs, according to the arrest report. Police interviews revealed that Tsao allegedly provided alcohol to the children and, to top it off, encouraged them to drink. She faces 6 counts of providing alcohol to minors, 1 count of child abuse, and 1 count of aggravated child abuse. Who are these people? And
yeah, you're 11. You can hold your alcohol.
why would you ever do that?
That's just wrong.
Yeah. Boy, that's for sure. And just in case you breezed through the Twin Cities and stopped at a Trader Joe's, they have expanded its product recall to more than 36 million pounds after a glass was discovered in rice.
Ew.
The Department of Agriculture reported that just 36 plus million pounds of ready-to-eat and frozen chicken and pork fried rice, that is, ramen and shumai dumplings are being removed from stores nationwide. So just a heads up, if you like to make a stop at Trader Joe's from time to time, and if those are some things that you bought, you might want to just toss those in the garbage.
Sad thing is they sound tasty.
They all sound really good. Oh. Hey, speaking of, I think, and I'm probably getting a text from, okay. All right. We need to call, we're going to do this after the break, Matt. So if you're tuned in, he tried to call the 321-1926 number.
Yep.
So he's going to call to tell us about that prom that's coming up. So
we'll do that at 35, Matt.
Okay, so Matt, we'll call you at 9:35, and we'll use your cell number. So you just hang tight, buddy. We'll get to you. Anyway, he wants to tell us about special needs kids are having a prom of their very own. And I think it's going to be at Life Church. But anyway,
Okay.
Maddie will tell us more about that coming up at 9:35. So I love when they do good things like that. And you know, the great thing about Matt, he's not only, I think if we had to pick like listener of the decade, it probably would go to Matt Celine.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever misses a show. And yeah, he gives me tips on things going on around town all the time. So we appreciate his connection to our station. And, I love a guy with a spirit like that because Matt has so much fun. He makes fun out of whatever he does. And he's so involved in all of these things, that they have Special Olympics and all those things. And I think Matt is front and center at all of those things. And so we go back to our Young Life days when Matt was a high school kid. And
I've known Matt even longer than that.
Yeah, and I was a Young Life leader. I mean, this is way long ago, but that's how we got to be good friends, was through Young Life. So it's fun to maintain that friendship as well. And Matt's mom,
Diane,
worked at
Pioneer.
Yep. Yeah. So I think she's retired.
Yep, but
although she still shows up from time to time because I see her there.
She does some volunteer work.
Yeah, that's great. Well, anyway, so Matt's a good friend of our show, and we'll talk to him coming up at 9:35. So with that, when we come back, here is it's kind of a sad story about a guy who ends up dying in a crash at an intersection. And the whole time before that, he had been fighting for a traffic light. And clearly it did not come in time. So we'll tell you about that story. And, yeah, okay. 4 in 10 parents view audiobooks as cheating.
Oh.
So, I don't know. AI, oh boy. We'll talk about that and more when we come back. And stay tuned. Matt Celine joining us at 9:35. So stay tuned.
Back with more Morning Talk with Mary Dolan and Dave Bishop. Brought to you by Pioneer Care and Fergus Falls Monument Company. After the markets on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
Today on Hot Talk with the Ox, we're live at the state capitol in St. Paul. Here, representatives and senators from around the state update you on what they're doing for you or to you. At 3:06, meet Kendall Qualls' lieutenant governor candidate. At 4:06, Congressman Emmer checks in from Washington, D.C. Tell your friends, and we'll see you for Ox Across America on Hot Talk with the Ox today from 2 to 5 on News Talk 1250 KBRF.
What's the ox say?
Previously on the Under the Hood Show. When I was a kid, I had a chance to get a chemistry set.
I got
only
the
I'd have
chemistry
known.
set, and I started experimenting with the baking soda and the vinegar thing, and how cool that was. And, of course, I had to overdo it like I do everything. And I got it on a little bigger level, and I got in a lot of trouble, and we had to buy new carpet for the living room. It was not good.
You should listen to the Nordstrom's Under the Hood Show with the Motor Medics right here, KBRF, 1250 a.m., every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Minnesota. This message presented by the MSHSL and the Minnesota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
This is Craig Olson. Join me every Saturday morning at 8 for the Coaches Show, presented by the Viking Cafe on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Football, basketball, soccer, hockey, volleyball, swimming, cross country. I interview area coaches to discuss the season, recap the last game, and preview upcoming games. Catch the live show at 8 on Saturday morning on News Talk 1250 KBRF and the live stream and archived shows at KBRFradio.com. Just click on Sports Streaming. The Coaches Show, presented by the Viking Cafe.
KBRF presents Where to Eat, the culinary adventure, sponsored by Dandelion and Burdock and Service Food in Fergus Falls.
Hi, I'm Zach Daniels.
And I'm Dave Bishop, your guides to the region's culinary treasures.
Join us as we explore various restaurants, uncover delicious meals, and highlight each restaurant's signature dish.
Experience diverse cuisine types, unique atmospheres, and must-try dishes. Check it out on KBRFradio.com and the Fergus Now app.
New episodes air every first Friday of the month. Where Where to Eat, powered by Dandelion and Burdock, and Service Food of Fergus Falls.
Get less weeds and more sugar with Spinaid herbicide, now available to Minnesota and North Dakota sugar beet growers for improved control of kochia, common lamb's quarters, and common ragweed. Looking for systemic effective disease control? Add Minerva to your spray program and knock out Cercospora leaf spot. Ask your local retailer about the Spinaid $100 a gallon grower rebate or visit belchamusa.com. Always read and follow label instructions.
Find out why the markets are moving. Get in-depth ag information with the Red River Farm Network on News Talk 1250 KBRF. Depend on it.
Good morning. I'm Jamie Dickerman with a market update on the Red River Farm Network. Well, we've got positive markets going here in the grain markets today. We've got positivity pretty much everywhere except the soybeans right now. Corn Belt Marketing, Sam Hudson.
A lot of attention being paid to the fact that South America's crop is more or less in the offing. You're going to have harvest pace and progress really start to ramp up there over the next 30 days. And so we certainly know this competition is coming. Now, that's the silver lining. This is no surprise. We've been looking at a South American crop since before it was planted at a potential of 180 million metric tons. The globe is still has its eye on that, but in the meantime, we've continued to see price levels on corn and soybeans attract demand from around the world, and that's something we're catching up the pace on still on soybeans.
Sam Hudson there from a Corn Belt Marketing, and we're seeing on the other side of the coin here in the livestock markets today, we are seeing, markets are lower in the livestock right now.
We got a pretty good flushing there, with a few headlines there to start the week, and obviously some weaker equity markets. But, the cash markets continue to prove themselves there. And so we've come back into basically the price ranges that we were right before all of that happened. If you end up with another wave of liquidation in these equities, I would assume that you probably see a little bit of paper selling going on here as well. And I think you're going to figure out a lot in terms of sentiment and expectations as we get into grilling season and we see what demand is versus what these prices have continued to be and what the kill rate's going to be.
Corn Belt Marketing's Sam Hudson. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down now 616 points, 48,123. You're listening to the Red River Farm Network. This is the Soil Fertility Minute, brought to you by the Agriculture, Fertilizer Research and Education Council. Our guest is University of Minnesota Extension Northwest Research and Outreach Center Specialist, Dr. Lindsay Pease.
We have been collecting water quality data on our drainage plots in Crookston at the Northwest Research and Outreach Center. What we have been seeing is a lot of nitrogen losses, not only in northwest Minnesota, but all across the state of Minnesota, really tied to that ratio of surface runoff to tile discharge. And because we don't get a lot of water flow through our tiles, phosphorus loss is really not a concern in the tile drains at all. When we see the most water moving through and the most phosphorus loss is definitely during snow melts. And during that time, the tile drainage is not connected to the surface water at all. So really, this is, again, good news for tile drainage because we don't see a lot of phosphorus losses through the tiles.
AFREC is a farmer-led program advancing soil fertility research. Find out more at mnsoilfertility.com.
Thanks to the American farmer for putting food on the plate, clothes on our back, and fuel in our tank. Your work is measured in acres, not hours. The Red River Farm Network is here to deliver farm news, markets, and weather information to the best farmers in the business. From Rugby to Benson and Roseau to Aberdeen, the Red River Farm Network covers agriculture. Go online to rrfn.com to find your local Red River Farm Network radio station. Podcasts are also available online at rrfn.com, iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify.
On air and online, the Red River Farm Network is reporting agriculture's business. RRFN.com has news headlines, weather, and markets, all as close as your PC or smartphone. The Red River Farm Network also keeps you Facebook and our weekly e-newsletter, FarmNet News. Sign up today at rrfn.com. From the farm field to Capitol Hill, from the tractor cab to the coffee shop, the Red River Farm Network reporting agriculture's business.
Minneapolis wheat May is up 5 1/4 right now at 614 1/2. We have May Chicago up 7, 575 1/4. May Kansas City up 10 3/4 now 583 1/4. You got May corn trading up 4 3/4 cents, 4.48 3/4. May soybeans down 1/4 cent, 11.69 1/4. Livestock April live cattle up 97 cents, 239.32. Got the April feeders down 60 right now, 360.15. April lean hogs trading down 82 at 96.22. Crude is up $3.85 a barrel now at 78.56. Reporting agriculture's business, this is the Red River Farm Network.
KBRFradio.com news. Get the news that matters delivered straight to your inbox. With KBRF Daily Headlines, you'll stay up to date on everything happening in your community. Sign up today and receive a roundup of the day's top stories all in one email. It's fast, convenient, and it's always free. From local updates to breaking news, KBRF brings you the headlines you need right at your fingertips. Visit KBRFradio.com and sign up for email news sent right to your inbox, delivered by Cooper's Office Supply.
Question. When you need an answer, are you still typing into Google? Or are you asking ChatGPT, Gemini, or Copilot? Search behavior is changing fast. And here's the real question. Is your business showing up in those answers? At Leighton Engage, our optimization strategies are built to help your business appear not just in search results, but as the answer inside AI-driven platforms. Answer engines continue to grow. The businesses that adapt now will lead. Don't let your business fall behind. Contact us at LeightonEngage.com.
Leighton Engage. Find your focus.
KBRFradio.com news. Get the news that matters delivered straight to your inbox. With KBRF Daily Headlines, you'll stay up to date on everything happening in your community. Sign up today and receive a roundup of the day's top stories all in one email. It's fast, convenient, and it's always free. From local updates to breaking news, KBRF brings you the headlines you need right at your fingertips. Visit KBRFradio.com and sign up for email news sent right to your inbox, delivered by Cooper's Office Supply.
News Talk 1250 KBRF. Listen anytime, any place with the Fergus Now app on your phone. And it is at 9:36, and we're back on with Morning Talk. Brought to you this morning and every morning by our good friends over at Pioneer Care and at Fergus Falls Monument Company.
And we say good morning to Matt. Matt, good morning.
Morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. So me and Tammy Anderson came up with this plan for Under the Stars in November, and so we are going to be bringing it to Fergus Falls now.
Okay. So Under the Stars is a kind of a prom of sorts, right? Kind of something fun for...
And they do the prom in Fargo and Elk, and we thought instead of having them travel all the way to Fargo and Elk, we thought we were just going to bring it to Fergus Falls.
Well, I think that's a great idea. Why should you have to travel as far as Fargo when I should have known that you were in charge of this event, because I know
I'm the event coordinator.
Oh, you're the event coordinator. Good for you.
Yeah.
So tell me what the night is going to look like. What things are going to be happening?
We are going to have free food. No one has to pay for this because we thought because people that live in group homes don't have that kind of money now.
Okay. So you're just going to have just a fun evening. And Matt, is this specifically like what age people will be coming to this?
18 to when they're in group homes, like up to like 70.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that could incorporate lots of people. Do you know how many people you're expecting?
No, I don't, but I'm always looking for more volunteers.
Okay, you're looking for volunteers. That's great.
Yep.
Okay, so tell us about the date, the time, and the location.
It will be at Light Church, May 1st, 6 to 8, and we're going to have pizza there for people to eat.
Okay, pizza sounds really good.
And we're going to have prizes for people too, yeah.
Okay, prizes. I suppose there's going to be music, maybe even dancing?
Yep, we are having Dave Jensen. I don't know if you know Dave.
I do know
Jensen
Dave, yeah.
Yep, he's the one that's doing our DJ.
Oh, well, then you'll have a great event.
Then for the MC will be Jesse Sorsen.
Oh, gosh. You're going to have a whole bunch of fun there, aren't you?
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
And so after this year, we're going to have one. We are going to plan the one for next year, too.
Okay. Now, do people have to register or anything, or can they just show up, or how do you do that?
They can call me, and I'm going to be at the bowling alley, I was saying next Thursday, and on flyers.
Okay, all right. So do you want
And
to?
if they want any information, you can put my number on the air, and then they can either call me or send me a text.
Okay, why don't you give us your cell number?
218-731-2205.
Okay, Matt, that sounds great. You get ready for that phone
And
to
my
ring.
mom been working on Pioneer for 48 years. It'll
Oh,
be 49
48.
this
Oh, my
this
gosh.
October.
Way to go, Donna. Yeah. Yeah, she retired, but she keeps on working, right?
Yep. Whenever they need her to work,
Well,
she'll work for them.
That's great. Well, you say hello to her for us, okay?
Okay, I will.
Okay, Matt, thanks for calling, and thanks for all your hard work on this event coming up in May. Oh, I think we lost him. That must have... I think he was done. Figured he gave us his phone number, and that's all we need. So there you go. All right.
But that sounds like a great event.
I know, it does.
Great
sound-
event.
And of course, he's the event coordinator.
Of course.
Yeah. So fun. And what a good idea. Why should, special needs adults who would like to attend something like this from our area travel all the way to Fargo, and they can just do it here?
Do it here?
Yeah. And my guess is a lot of those people who are doing music and emceeing, I'm sure they're probably giving of their time, and I know that it's a big deal. They've known Matt for years, just like you and I have. So, all right, Under the Stars, May 1st for adults with special needs, and we've got Matt's number here. If you need that again, we'd be happy to provide that. So, all right, we're going to tell you about that story. Here's a guy. He was 82, and sadly he died in a two-vehicle collision in Greenwood Village. And I'm not so sure where that is. But anyway, it's the same intersection where his wife Andy was killed in May of 24.
Oh, wow.
So after his wife's death, he launched a petition demanding traffic lights at a very dangerous crossing, he said. He was headed to lunch with his cousin Gloria when the fatal crash occurred. He never showed, Gloria said, noting Goldberg was always punctual. I went home with a very empty feeling. His wife died after being struck while jogging, prompting Goldberg's safety campaign. It would give me a great deal of resolve for closure. They told 9 News last fall that she didn't die for no reason, that something good has to come out of this. Nearly 2 years later, the traffic light proposal remains stalled, despite state transportation approval, with some neighbors opposing the installation. So I hope that goes through. And I mean, to have 2 fatalities from the same family at the same intersection, that's awful. Okay, here's a Denver professional bowler. His name is Stephen Gallegos. He had 17 bowling balls worth $4,500 stolen from his front porch last week. He left the 255 pounds of equipment outside overnight while moving gear between vehicles, but found the bags gone in the morning. He initially thought friends were pranking him, noting the balls wouldn't fit in most small cars. However, he quickly realized he'd lost his entire tournament collection, with each ball designed for specific conditions. I didn't know that.
Wow, I mean, 17.
Yeah. That's the competitive advantage that I have. But with that being gone now, I'm just back to being a normal bowler, he said. He finished ninth place, though he doubts that the stolen balls will ever resurface. He has warned neighbors about the theft, and he advises others not to make his mistake, saying people will take anything in this day and age, so don't get lazy like I did.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, isn't that too bad? And, I mean, what are you going to... What are you going to do with stolen bowling balls that are specific to one single bowler?
Crazy.
Yeah. Okay, a study of 2,000 parents with kids aged 3 to 12, most of them consider audiobooks, they say, cheating. And 35% believe hearing stories lacks the impact of the print books. So they think that audiobooks is just kind of a cheating way to do reading. What do you think?
I prefer to read versus audiobooks. I mean, obviously, if you're, this I guess wouldn't be for kids, but driving or something like that.
Working out maybe.
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe learn that way. But if you're a kid and you're supposed to be reading the book, read the book.
Right.
I don't consider it cheating though.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you went on AI and said, hey, summarize this book,
That might be cheating.
that might be cheating. Watching the movie is cheating.
Yeah, well, and then you're just taking you're taking a pretty big risk because the movie rarely completely
Oh, yeah.
follows the book.
I always say one of the greatest movie or books I've read that I'd love to see made into the movie, it would be The Bourne Identity.
And it hasn't been?
Well, not really to the book.
Oh, I was going to say there's
There's a whole
100
series of them, but I mean, it is the
But they're
first
not
one
even
is like
close?
loosely kind of based on it,
Oh.
and the rest of them aren't even close.
I feel like there is a Bourne movie on all the time. And
But-
I've never ever seen one in its entirety.
Read the books. The books are
Really?
so much better.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's like they kind of make his girlfriend ends up being his wife, kind of a vagabond. No, she's actually the Canadian finance minister.
Oh my.
And it's just, stuff like that where it's just, they don't really. Okay, I guess Derek wants to weigh in on this one.
Okay.
But
Did he throw something at you?
well, he was banging on the window.
Okay.
He's close enough to actually tap the window. I have to hurl stuff
It's
at
really
his.
fun to watch you hurl stuff too.
Finish your thought, Dave.
Okay. But when it comes down to it, I mean, it doesn't really get into the reason why they thought he turned traitor. In the book, they explain it, and it's just.
I never.
The movie is just it's kind of hit or miss,
Okay.
and then in the book it really explains everything, and then from Born 2 on, they're nothing to do with the books.
Well, I never understood the whole thing, but given the fact that I've never watched one of the whole movies in its entirety, I mean, that's why I'm confused by it. But anyway, so Derek, what's your take?
Well, I personally love audiobooks. I do agree that I think if you're, in terms of like schooling, kids should be reading the books. I think that's an important.
I think so too.
Kids need to make sure they know how to read.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a very important thing. So in terms of that, but if you're just reading like on your free time, I think audiobooks are great. Have either of you listened to any audiobooks where they have like a full cast production?
Not with a full cast.
know.
Normally,
I
it's just
haven't
the
either.
author reading it.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. There's a series of books called the Illuminae books. And the books themselves are really interesting because they're put together like a case file kind of like a failed mission.
Oh, interesting.
And so like they'll have like transcripts and things will be like blacked out and so you're like looking through a case file put into a book. But they did a cast production.
Now that would be more riveting to listen to, I would think.
Yes. And so you've got all the different characters and it doesn't cut anything out of the book, but you get the full experience and you're still.
That would sound interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So have either of you ever listened to like an audio book where there's one person, one voice, but they switch the voice when they change character?
When they try,
Oh
when
my
they try to do
goodness.
that. Yeah.
In fact, I have loaded audiobooks that I couldn't finish because I could not stand the voice.
No.
And I know lots of times you can change it if you want to, but there are some, and I hate to say it, but there are some female voices that are like nails on a chalkboard because they're high and screechy, and I couldn't finish the book because I couldn't listen to it.
See,
so then I had to get the hard copy.
See, that's one of the reasons I love the full cast productions.
Yes, I can see that.
There is one exception, and I will say that audiobooks have gotten a lot better than what they used to be in terms of like voicing and. But there's in the Star Wars franchise, a majority of the books are voiced by this one guy named Mark Thompson, and he does incredible voice work. Like he's an actual voice actor.
Okay.
So he's able to like mimic like older voices and like if he's playing Anakin Skywalker, he sounds pretty close to Anakin Skywalker, and
Okay.
like he
So
can
he's
really
good at it.
make the range. Yeah, it's fantastic to listen to something from him.
I've listened to them, where they're talking like I'm talking, and then they switch characters, and then they move up here and I'm like, oh my goodness, can't do that.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, I can't listen to that. So it's pretty interesting. My granddaughter and I have been reading the same books, kind of, sort of together, sort of at the same time. She has a lot less free time to read than I do. But Derek, are you familiar with Alan Gratz, the author?
Not really.
Okay, so he does, and I think the books are meant for, like early high schoolish kind of young adult sort of books, but they're usually about 350 pages, and many of them are historical fiction. And anyway, even though my daughter or granddaughter, who is 13, has read like every single book this guy has ever read or written, I've read, and I think I'm on my third or fourth one, and I really, really have been enjoying them because I love historical fiction. So don't let a book that says it's for young adults, don't let that scare you away.
No,
because
they have
these
some
are
really good ones.
These are really good. So if you like historical fiction, I've read one. There's been a World War II book. I'm reading one now that's about September 11th. And just super interesting, well-written, easy to follow. So Alan Gratz, if you're looking for some good books, I can highly recommend some of those. And they're quick reads because they're like 350 pages, so they're easy to read, but just really well done. And I love to find a good book and a good author, so I like to share that. All right, well, in fact, I was just talking with somebody about audiobooks yesterday, especially if, like, you're on an airplane, if you are driving. Boy, it sure makes the trip go faster, doesn't it?
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of a case where you really don't want to be reading is when you're driving. Well, but I've seen it.
For sure. But on a plane, that's the first thing I do. I sit down and I open my ebook right away.
Well, it's great for my wife who gets motion sick.
Oh.
So even if she's not driving, like she can't like read her book or like go on her phone and read off an ebook or anything like that. So like she's going to be taking a plane ride to Korea later this year.
Oh my.
And it might be a case where a good chunk of that she might be listening to audiobooks.
Yeah, good idea. All right. Well, I'm all about that. But I agree with you, Derek. When kids are in school, they need to know how to read, so they should be physically reading their books instead of listening.
Yep.
All right. Well, we all agree on that. Okay. Let's see what else we have for you. I don't know if there's... Okay, the History Channel, they've got some shows coming up, and here's going to be some people who are going to host: Dolph Lundgren, Tom Selleck, Ted Danson, and Kevin Bacon.
Is it a step back into the 80s?
I don't know. But I love all those names. Tom Selleck I've always loved, but Ted Danson, I think, I loved him on Cheers, but the older he got, the more I liked him. And I watched a movie, actually it was a Netflix series called Man on the Inside. And if you would like to watch a cute, heartfelt, touching story, Ted Danson is the lead, and it's such a good series. If you feel like kind of some feel good, a little bit of mystery, in fact, I'm going to watch it again. It was really cute.
Did you ever watch Becker? Kind of what he did after Cheers.
I didn't see Becker. I don't know if I ever saw that.
He was a doctor, kind of a frumpy doctor.
Okay. Was that any good?
It was okay.
Yeah. Well, he was really good on this Man on the Inside. It's about a man whose daughter thinks that his wife has just passed away, and his daughter thinks that he should be living in an assisted living facility. And he doesn't think he needs to, but he goes along with her. And then, so they come to find out that in this, it's kind of a high-end, posh living facility where people are living independently, but they start missing things. Things are being stolen from some of the residents. So they actually hire this guy, Ted Danson, to come in and pretend like he is a resident and try to find out who's stealing. So that's the premise behind the whole thing.
Sounds fun.
And then, of course, he befriends all these people, and it's just really a cute story. And it's a limited series, so it goes pretty fast. But Man on the Inside, if you're looking for something light to watch for the weekend. All right. Well, let's see if I can find you some trivia questions.
Oh.
I always like to stump you, which I rarely do. What are the two... Oh, should I wait for the music? What are the two most popular spices in the world? Well, I know I would have guessed one, but not the other.
I'm guessing salt and pepper.
Pepper is one.
Then let's go paprika.
I'm going to give you, the other one is a condiment, I think.
I don't know.
Mustard. It actually is, it's a spice too.
Yeah, I mean, a mustard seed, yeah.
But pepper number one.
I would have never guessed mustard.
Yeah. Let's see. What is the only food that can't go bad? I didn't know this.
Really? But no, I mean, I know what it is, but I was
you do?
I thought it was, everybody knew it, honey.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because I think honey does go bad.
No, what it does is if it crystallizes, you just nuke it again.
Oh, you just
but
heat
they,
it?
they found honey in King Tut's tomb that was still good.
Okay. All
and
right.
they've got a lot of things preserved in
So
honey.
even when it gets crystally like that, it's
Yep.
still okay.
It's
huh?
still okay. Yeah, you just nuke it and it goes right back to where it was. Yeah, honey is, yeah.
Because I've thrown away more honey and going and gotten a new one for.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was common knowledge.
No, well, let's look who you're talking to here. Okay, you don't have to make me look too stupid before the show's over. But anyway, yeah, because I don't like it when it gets looking like that, and then I think, oh, I don't know if I
pop
want
it in the microwave and it fixes itself
Yeah, but how many times can you mic it?
as many times as you need to.
Really? I don't
But
know.
I mean-
I don't know if I go along with.
But I mean, seriously, it's honey. Go through it. Use it. I mean,
Yeah.
it should never crystallize because you should have already used it.
Well, I never get to the bottom of one ever, and then I buy a new one. So, I guess I'll start
Well, keeping the bees in.
microwaving.
You're keeping the bees in action.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's my mission. Okay, coming up on 10 o'clock, that is going to wrap it up. Thank you for joining us this week. Our show today and every day, brought to us by Pioneer Care and by Fergus Monument Company. Have a great day.